Hatapu, Hatapu, Haru Nefer, Haru Nefer. Such a pleasure to have you here on such an auspicious day. We're going to move quickly. There's some things we want to get to today. There's some things I want to review with you as we move through this. But most importantly, there's some things I want to remind you of. This will be another night of the full moon. We're still, just coming out of the eclipse. So you may have missed it. You can check it out online. It's really beautiful, really amazing. And of course, for us, that means we'll get to our lunar activities, our lunar portion of the form. That's the main thing I want to get to today, is that we're going to get into the lunar part of the form. All right. So that we can really get into helping y'all look at how this works. So we start at the full moon and then we go to the new moon through the full. So that's how you get to the full cycle, the 4 phases. You want to be out underneath the light of the full moon. Hopefully you'll have done that. You'll get to it. You got tonight and tomorrow night. You'll get to it. Other than that, we just have our usual Shiasha and the other pieces that get us directly into it. Let's move.
Yeah, I slept outside last night under the full moon. It was amazing.
Awesome sauce.
Yeah.
And here we go. Get our chair. All right, get into Wu Chi position. Pyramid hands. And we bow in. To all the masters that have gone before us, we bow. Teacher to student, student to teacher. Pyramid hands. Shifting the weight to the right, stepping left in the Asar Stance. Into pyramid hands. Holding the golden orbs. Rotating the hands into oneness. Into the turtle. Out to the drawbridge. Point the hands between the legs. Into oneness. And rabbit through the chute. into oneness. Right hand on top of left hand, palms up, thumbs touching, arms and hands not touching the body. Rotate the left hand on top. See a ball of energy like the sun, golden white light in between the palms of the hands. Into oneness. Into the turtle. Out to the drawbridge. Point the hands between the legs. Into oneness. Pyramid hands. Drop the right hand beneath the navel. Extend the left hand. Bring the left hand into the chest. Extend the left. Trace the Tai Chi diagram. Notice we're moving just a little faster today to get you working on your fluidity. Most days we go slow or medium. This day we're going just a little faster than medium. And stop. Bring it in the center. Into pyramid hands. Dropping the left hand and the right into the chest. Into pyramid hands. Shifting weight to the right and slide that left foot into routine. Shake it out, opposite hand, opposite leg. Feet parallel, shoulders width. Into the KhASA position. 2 breaths. Palms facing forward, 2 breaths. Pivot as you shift the weight and we get into the dua position, 4 breaths. Stepping back, pivot, bring the hands down into the gathering. All right, let's shake it out. Opposite hand, opposite leg. We get ready to get into the form, get Wu Chi position. Sinking down, and we begin short form. Right, now let's get into that lunar cycle, Wu Chi position, and we begin. Remember, sun rises over the mountain and sun sets represents a day as we go into ward off and grasp the bird's tail. That is our transition into the weeks that gets us into our now roll the ball, which begins our lunar cycle. And we come back and we press and we push. And then we come around to the front as we prep for our preparation around the solstice and the equinox, when we do the grand circuit of the sun, which is a part of where we stir the cauldron and go into single whip. Another sunrise is with me. Shake it out. All right, we're going to close it out by doing the short form again. Sinking down. All right. Shake it out, opposite hand, opposite leg. We're going to review our simple kneeling. Toes, heels, knees together. Sit back. Rest in the hands, right? Yes, yes. Now you come forward on the ball of the foot, toes, heels, knees together. Bring the hands in here. You do it that way, then we point the toes again. And this time we're going to review, right? Push-up position. So we're here, the hands are directly down, straight from the shoulder. And you hold yourself here, keeping the back flat at this angle. And if you can, you just come down. And then you push yourself up. That works the shoulders and the chest, the triceps. And the goal there is that we do that over time. You can build up, work on odd numbers. First, get your first one down and see if you can get to 3 and 5, 7, 9. And then you get to about, 20, which we'll start talking about around the solstice towards the end of the Western calendar year. Then we'll start talking about how you can do a full push-up the traditional way. And then what we'll do is we'll get into what that means for the body, what that means as we go forward into this next Western calendar year in terms of your practice. Okay? Because we want to be able to make sure that the knees are good, the calves, the feet, the ankles are all good in terms of how we're doing. The hips should be naturally opening because we're doing our Asar Stance. That's part of the reason that the toes are pointed out as we do so, to enable you to start opening the hips. And that's part of the reason for the tuck, to root and center. Okay? Now let's get to our wisdom from the sages of the ages. And again, no old people. Again, we all mature. We all gain experience. Old is what we'll call a choice, whereby you need help getting up and down off the ground and some other things. I will catch up with y'all soon on the old pieces. We have our day in the life coming up, getting posted this weekend with Seba and Pooh. So let's get to our wisdom from the sages of the ages, first from the Tao Te Ching. And that one is going to be about moderate use of force. One who uses Tao to assist the ruler of a people will not employ armed force to dominate the world. For such a scheme is apt to boomerang. Where armies are quartered, briars and brambles abound. After a great war, famine inevitably happens. Therefore, a good-natured person attains their objective and stops. They dare not grab by violence. They want to attain their objective, but does not extol it, nor brag about it, nor take pride in it. They attain their objective as if it could not be helped, and does not use it to practice violence. For things after their prime will begin to decay. Decay indicates a disregard of the Tao. Whatever disregards the Tao soon vanishes. Then we're going to come on with the essence of Taijiquan, the literary tradition. And we go right on in there with that. So it says, when the opponent is hard and I am soft, it is called yielding. When the opponent is followed by me and they become backed up, it is called adherence. If the opponent's movement is quick, then quickly respond. If their movement is slow, then follow slowly. Although the changes are numerous, the principles that pervade them is only one. From familiarity with the correct touch, one gradually comprehends internal force. From the comprehension of internal force, one can reach wisdom. Without long practice, one cannot suddenly understand it. Effortlessly, the internal force reaches the head top. Let the breath sink to the dantian. Don't lean in any direction. Suddenly appear, suddenly disappear. I'm going to have to keep going. This is so much. Can't stop there. All right. Empty the left whenever a pressure appears, and similarly the right. If the opponent raises up, I seem taller. If they sink down, then I seem lower. Advancing, the distance seems incredibly longer. Retreating, the distance seems exasperatingly short. So light an object as a feather cannot be placed, and so small an insect as a fly cannot alight on any part of the body. The opponent doesn't know me. I alone know them. To become a peerless boxer results from this. And finally, here we go. Oh, yes, that's the one. If you are mighty and powerful, then gain respect through knowledge and through your gentleness of speech. Don't utter things except as it is fitting. The one who provokes others gets into trouble. Don't be haughty lest you be humbled, but also don't be mute lest you be chided. When you answer one who is fuming, turn your face and control yourself. The flame of the hot-hearted sweeps across everything, but one who steps gently, their path is a paved road. One who is agitated all day has no happy moments, but one who amuses themselves all day can't keep their fortune. Wisdom from the sages of the ages. Practice up, particularly in this season as we're heading into the winter, into the late fall. You want to remember this is the season of the lungs. You want to clear those lungs out, the season of the large intestine. So it's great in the morning to get yourself some ginger tea, get your body movement. And on that end, our fall/winter solstice fast is coming up. So be on the lookout for that on our social media. Join us, take part, get at us. And as always, letting you know it's coming up so you have an opportunity to check in with your primary care provider. Make sure that everything's going to be good, that you're making a fully informed decision, doing something that's good for you, your health, and your body, and aiding you in making a consistent commitment to a lifestyle change. So I want to thank you for your presence, your participation. I'm going to say Hatapu, Ankh Uja Seneb, life, health, prosperity, and strength. Amen Re Sutan Necher, Atan Re Neb, and